Hey guys, I am coming to you today with wet hair, no makeup, and I'm ready to do a first impressions with you of a product that I just picked up. I was in the market for a new concealer. I just recently decluttered my Naked Skin concealer from Urban Decay. I'm trying to use up another concealer that I mentioned as well from It Cosmetics, but it's a little bit too light for me, so I wanted to find something that might suit me a little bit better. I've been hearing a lot of buzz lately about this Milani concealer. This is the Retouch and Erase concealer. So I wanted to put this to the test. I'm going to throw on some foundation and then I'm going to come back and show you this in action and give you my first impressions and thoughts on it. Alright, so I just applied my BH Cosmetics BH Studio Pro HD foundation. I have this in the shade 103. It's the lightest shade they carry, I'm pretty sure. Really proud of how much of this I've used, and I'm excited that I will be using it up soon. It's just always fun to feel like you've made progress on a product. But I'm going to go ahead and open this up now and give it a shot. So one thing that I'm a little bit nervous about is that I picked it up in the shade Light instead of the shade Fair. And knowing Milani and like their new foundation line and all of that, I'm a little bit nervous that it's not going to be the right shade for me. But I wanted something that wasn't so starkly just bright and light like some of the other concealers I have. I want it to be a little bit closer to my natural skin tone, just so I don't know, just so it doesn't like accentuate any problem areas that I have in my under eyes. I have dryness, I have fine lines, so I feel like having something a little closer to my skin tone might be a good thing. I'm just hoping this isn't too dark. So we will find out. It looks like it is gonna be, if it's the color that's in this tube, I think it's gonna be okay. Light-wise, it looks like it might just be a little bit more yellow, which I think could be good for kind of correcting some of the like darker, deeper shadow areas of my under eye. So I'm gonna give it a try. I saw this reviewed by Emily Noel and she really liked it, which is exciting. She said the coverage was really good. This sponge tip is a little bit tricky. I think I'm not gonna apply it with this sponge tip. It's just not how I tend to apply concealer anyways. I'm just gonna apply it to my fingertip and then I'm gonna blend one side with my fingers and another side with a sponge. Okay, I definitely think it's okay. It's not going to be too dark, but I do think that's a whole lot of concealer. I'm going to try to spread some of, that was just a dot, but it seems to go pretty far. So I'm going to spread that out across both eyes. Okay, so what I like to do is I blended my foundation with just like a regular wedge sponge. So I'm going to blend one side with the sponge, see how that goes, and blend the other side, continue blending with my fingertips. I think I like the way that it's blending with my not my fingertips, with my sponge better. Just like these peripheral areas, it's doing a better job of blending it out so it doesn't look like I have just a section of highlighted skin, you know? So I like to kind of tap it in with my fingertips, but I think I'll be blending it out with the sponge. I like the way that's looking and feeling better. What do we think so far? So far, I think I like it. I think the shade is actually perfect. I'm really excited that I went with the light instead of the fair because it does brighten, but it's not a crazy stark contrast. The coverage seems really good. Like it really brightened the super darkest areas of my under eye. And I think that slight twinge of yellow has done good things for the under eye area. The coverage is excellent. You can kind of see I have a tiny spot right here, and usually you can kind of see it through my foundation and concealer, but it's pretty well covered. It's there, but it's pretty like not noticeable, so I'm kind of excited about that. All right, I'm gonna powder this because I always powder my under eye concealer, so I don't feel like it would be like a realistic test of it if I didn't do that. I'm gonna add some powder, I'm gonna throw on the rest of my makeup for the day, and then I'm gonna come back with my final thoughts on the overall application and how well it marries with the other products I'm using, and then we'll check back in. Hey guys, I am back with full eye makeup on, with blush and a little bit of lip gloss. I have pretty good thoughts so far on the concealer. I went ahead and I set it with my RCMA translucent powder, and it's a very lightweight powder, and I think it doesn't add any weight or texture to a concealer, so I think it's a good one to use when you're testing it out. In terms of how it looks up close, before I applied the powder, when I looked in the mirror, there was some mega creasing. Like, I saw fine lines I didn't really think I had. There was so much creasing. But it's a really creamy liquid product, so I feel like it's just due to that formulation, and that happens to me. Creasing just in general happens to me with every single concealer that I have. I'm not convinced there's such a thing as a creaseless concealer. I truly just have to set every concealer with a little bit of powder, and then usually they're fine. This seems to be exactly the same. I just sort of dabbed out any of those areas where the concealer gathered in the fine lines. I applied my powder and it looks pretty flawless. I feel like the brightening is good and the coverage is good. I don't notice any dark circles. I don't notice any weird like transition lines between concealer and foundation, so I'm happy with the color match and the performance so far. I'm going to check back in a little bit later and show you guys how this looks after some hours of wear, and then I'll make sure that I also leave some more comments in the description bar below if any changes happened throughout the day or later on after my last check-in. So stay tuned. I will let you know my final thoughts for now for this first impression, and of course I will continue to keep you updated on my channel, but as of this very moment, I really do like it. Hey guys, I am checking in again with my update on how the Milani Retouch and Erase concealer is doing. I have the shade Light just as a reminder, and I'm loving the color. I think it's perfect. I'm really glad that I didn't go with Fair. And I can't remember if I mentioned before, but my skin type is combination. I have a mildly oily T-zone. It's not outrageous, but I do notice after about like 4 hours of foundation wear that I have some oil coming through, so I tend to need to blot then. But my under eye area is dry, thus the combination skin. So for me, I'm kind of looking at this in terms of having dry skin because that under eye area can be kind of textured and tight feeling. And I have to say, I think this is working really nicely with my dry under eyes. I feel like it is not extra textured looking when I look up close. And I also feel like the coverage is better than my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer that I recently got rid of. So overall, I'm really liking this. It's been about 4 hours since I last chatted with you guys, and so I'm about like halfway point of my typical makeup wear, and I really feel like it's holding strong. I haven't noticed any crazy changes in the look, so I'm really liking it. I'm going to keep you guys updated, so you'll probably see this in monthly favorites if it continues to be as outstanding as it seems so far, or if it ends up being a fail, I will definitely update you on that as well. Sometimes products, as you wear them, they just kind of change on you, so I will keep you posted. If anything dramatic happens today, again, I'll make sure that I mention that down in the description box below so you can kind of check out an update there as well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I will catch you next time. Bye.